There once was a prince who lived in Nottingham, and was set up by his parents to marry a princess whom he did not love. The prince met the princess at the Robin Hood statue in front of her castle to travel to Paris together. The families of prince and princess traveled together by train to Paris, France. They went directly to the Lock Bridge to seal the love of the prince and princess forever. Legend states that once you seal your love with someone on the bridge, you are bonded together for the rest of your life. After the lock ceremony, the two families traveled back to Nottingham to start planning the wedding. The prince was extremely upset and stopped at a bakery in Newmarket Square to think about his future with the princess. At the bakery, the prince met a girl who served him coffee, and they instantly fell madly in love. The connection they shared was undeniable, and he knew he had found his soulmate. He left the bakery and headed to the local bookstore named Waterstones in search of a way to be with his true love. The prince found that if he unlocked the lock he made with the princess, he could be free and be with the girl of his dreams. He ran to the bakery and shared the good news with her and told her to meet him at the Lock Bridge tomorrow around 3 p.m. The prince traveled to Paris the next morning as soon as the sun began to rise. When the prince arrived, he walked around searching for the bridge and ran into the Eiffel Tower. He felt quite lost because he did not remember how he found the Lock Bridge before. All of a sudden, he heard a young man say he was taking a boat to the Lock Bridge. The prince followed the man on the boat and got off with him as well. The prince looked away for 1 second because the beauty of Notre Dame caught his attention. Unfortunately, the prince lost sight of the man and felt like giving up hope. The prince remembered how much he wanted to be with his true love and asked a painter in front of Notre Dame where the bridge was. The man said the bridge was just around the corner. He thanked the painter and sprinted towards the bridge. With the bridge in sight, the prince jumped into the river to find the key. He searched for what seemed like an eternity and saw a key that sparkled in the sun. He saw the diamonds on it and knew he found the right key. The prince climbed out of the water and began to unlock the lock that sealed his unwanted destiny. As soon as the lock was broken, the love of his life was walking on the bridge towards him. She ran up to the prince, and he knelt down on one knee and asked her to marry him. The girl screamed out yes without hesitation. The two made a lock for their love, latched it to the bridge, kissed their keys, and tossed them into the water below. Their love would be sealed for the rest of their lives, and this time the prince was happy. The new lovers traveled back to Nottingham together, and the prince confessed to the princess that he broke their love seal and could not be with her any longer. The princess was sad, but knew she could find another prince to marry. The princess walked into her castle, and he never saw her again. The prince learned that no matter what life throws at you, you cannot give up on your dreams and true love. If you stay positive and push forward, you will live a life filled with happiness. The prince married his love the next morning, and they moved into a cozy little cottage in Nottingham, and they lived happily ever after. Their love was everlasting.